Hello my friends, I would like to welcome back with Master Jakub a new episode of Lords of the Blades. Today's topic is going to be Bo-Shuriken versus throwing knives. We're gonna explain you the differences, Master Jakub will tell you a lot about history, and we're gonna have also for you a lot of cool practical tests. It's gonna be a lot of fun. So,
let's get started.
So Master Jakub, like I mentioned, it's time I think about history first. Can you tell us something? I see even a pistol on the table, like what?
Yes, it's Japanese tanzutsu or short pistol. So it's matlock pistol, same like long rifle Hinawaju, but quite more rare. And where we have here pistol when we are speaking about shurikens. It's one reason, because it was almost impossible to have a pistol in old Japan. It appeared in half of 16th century in Japan from Europe. But after Battle of Sekigahara in start of 17th century, it was strong regulation of ownership of guns in old Japan. So kenshi or Japanese sword masters needed different long distance weapon for self-defense. For example, if someone attack me with nagamaki or yari, it's very difficult to fight against this horrible weapon only with sword. Japanese sword is very powerful weapon, but in some situation, even samurai have to hide identity and have to be without sword. And for these reasons, kakushibuki or hibuki, hidden weapons, was very useful. For example, from previous episode, Manriki Gusari is small weight with chain. And shuriken is the same. It's very easy to hide it. And in a situation when it is necessary, I'm every time prepared to fight with it. And shuriken is the same. It's very small, so it's possible. In Japanese, it's word kakusu or hide. And if it's some dangerous situation, I'm prepared to fight very effectively. But if we compare this style of throwing knife, it's size difference and weight difference. So you can see it in our test, but I can see that this one is more dangerous-like weapon. Why shuriken is so small? Because if I have, for example, 5 shuriken in this size, it's very difficult to wear it every day and hide it. So for this reason, small size of shuriken is advantage. But price for it is that penetration, etc., is not so powerful like throwing knife. By
also
the way,
cost of the metal, right? Like this is going to be different value to make than this one. This is very simple. This is not going to be so cheap.
Oh, it was cool. By the way, it was a lot of kinds of shuriken in old Japan as well. So we are comparing only 2 kinds of shuriken and throwing knife. It was very heavy shuriken in old Japan as well. And as Master Adam can explain more.
For the longer distances, right? Heavier.
There are also very small, like throwing knives.
Because with this one, it's gonna be possible to throw longer distances, but it's gonna be more difficult.
Very difficult.
Compared to this one. I can say even the beginner will have easier time to learn no spin, house spin compared to this. But of course, definitely there are schools like a Shuriken Jitsu where you can be very, very effective with such a small projectile.
As we spoke in our previous episode, Sugudaho method of throwing of shuriken is in the fact no spin.
Yes.
And Hanten-ho is in the fact half spin. So there are some big similarity. And if we are throwing, for example, weapons like hocho or kitchen knife, we can throw it very effectively in classic no spin method. Tanto, for example. By the way, throwing of Bocho was not samurai martial art, but street performance. For example, in Matsuri festivals show this art with throwing knife like this.
We can definitely also mention with Master Jakub that if you're gonna learn to throw these techniques, you can actually apply it on almost any edge weapon, right, Master Jakub?
Yes.
It could be smaller one, bigger sword. We basically tried everything and it really works. And that also make it really deadly and effective skills.
Perfect. Tanto, wakizashi or kozuka, this small knife from Japanese sword, saya or scabbard, is very effective for no-spin method throwing. So in the case of Bo-Shuriken, limit of throwing for a true fight is about from 2 to 5 meters. And in the case of...
Yeah, for throwing knives I would say it's definitely similar, right? To be very effective with throwing knife. But compared to Bo-Shuriken, I would say you can get definitely longer distances. For example, my personal record for no-spin is about 18 meters. And with such a light projectile, it would be very difficult to get
almost impossible,
like this, right? So that's one difference that you can see with throwing knives and Bo-Shuriken. But let's make a few throws.
Shuriken is definitely a weapon, so we have to master it walking, running, or changing direction. For example, if my enemy is behind me or left or right, so we have to find ability to throw Shuriken in all directions.
Also for knife throwing, I definitely have to be able to move and turn and hit my target.
For understanding of Shuriken, we have to know that throwing of Shuriken is only start of attack which will be continued with Japanese sword. So for long distance I am attacked, so first time I am using my Shuriken.
Also, good knife thrower definitely have to be able to throw the knives from any angle. So for example, backhand, or if you are on the ground, or maybe from the side you are pulling the knife from the pocket. All possible.
Same like in the case of Shuriken. For example, kesa uchi. Diagonal. Gyaku kesa uchi. Second diagonal. Yoko uchi. Ura uchi. Age uchi. And Mako uchi. So this same like in case of throwing knife. And now test of penetration. It's very hard, but of course, if we are comparing it with nose-play knife, it's not enough.
And now the penetration test, but with 8mm top dog on the pumpkin. Look at that, guys. So here was the first entry hole from the Bo-Shuriken. Now you can clearly see the huge difference. Look at that. I think more like a half of the knife it's inside. And let's see. Wow. Oh, look at that. It cracked on this side and the hole is way bigger. This would be definitely devastating wound. Whoa.
And now, just for fun, three-dimensional target training.
Oh! Right on the temple. Look at that. Ooh.
And now it's a Japanese kitchen knife called Debahocho. Maybe you know movie Yojimbo, made by Akira Kurosawa with Toshiro Mifune. So here is some hocho throwing scene as well. So now in the end of our tests, we show you a very interesting kind of shuriken. It's kama. It was implement for agriculture, for peasants, for rice cutting. But after that, it became jinkama or fighting kama. And it's possible to use it very effectively for cutting or etc. But it's very effective and with some historical evidence as throwing weapon.
Now we can try it as well, definitely. So what do you think, guys? We figured it out with Master Jakub. Definitely each weapon have its purpose. So let us know in the comment section below which one is your favorite, throwing knives or Bo-Shuriken. What do you think, Master?
And we also tried new kind of shuriken. Which is your favorite throwing weapon? Throwing knife or shuriken or kama? Please let your comment below this video.
It was definitely a lot of fun. If you want to see more tests like this, let us know, guys. But for today, that's it. So thank you everyone for watching. Share, like, comment, subscribe, and
Sarabaja.
see you next time.